Good evening. This is a brief rundown on 5G technology. So, what is 5G? 5G is the fifth generation cellular network. A network is the mobile land-based network that comes from cell towers that we all connect to on our phones. The new technology of 5G allows for greater data transfer of more complex things to more systems and more complex networks. 5G achieves this greater data transfer by operating on higher radio frequencies that move faster and operating through greater bandwidth, a greater push through of information on these frequencies. So, who is using 5G? The current users of 5G are mobile network consumers, people like you and I on our cell phones, home network consumers, also everyday people on the internet supplied directly to their homes, and industrial users like high-scale businesses and technological operations that use 5G to connect and monitor their activities. Potential areas for growth in 5G are autonomous vehicle networks, networks of self-driving cars, smart city infrastructure, 5G support for connectivity of things like public water, energy, and other infrastructure, and developing regions. Using 5G technology, we can create connectivity in regions that don't have developed infrastructure and cell towers. Some leading global markets in 5G are South Korea, with the highest market penetration of 60% of mobile users and the fastest download speeds. China is the leader in scale with over a billion 5G connections and 4.8 million base stations, which are 5G cell towers. The United States has 5G networks available to around 95% of its population and excels not only in coverage of cities but also in rural areas. Why use 5G? To demonstrate, we'll conduct a SWOT analysis of 5G networks in the company Tesla. So some strengths: 5G supports the fully self-driving program and smart factories. These these autonomous cars and autonomous factories require advanced connectivity to communicate with the systems around them and operate safely and effectively. Some weaknesses are the high costs of implementation and maintenance and the hardware gap, meaning technologies Tesla designed, specifically cars and their computer operating systems, before 5G won't be able to keep up with the services offered. Some opportunities are the integration of 5G into smart cities and the Optimus program, which are autonomous humanoid robots that would operate within city infrastructure in farming, health services, and all kinds of things. And some threats are cybersecurity risks from greater possible data transfer and spectrum regulation, countries not letting radio waves of certain frequencies in their airspace be used. Let's look at the win for 5G. So the cellular network came about in the 1980s. This was a network limited to only voice calls. In the 90s, it was upgraded to 2G, which was the creation of mobile internet, international connectivity, and picture and text messaging. In the 2000s, we have 3G, which allowed for faster communication, web browsing, and video streaming in smartphones. We moved to 4G in the 2010s with advanced connectivity for apps, video conferencing, cloud computing, and early Internet of Things infrastructure, onto the current state of 5G. In the 2020s, here we are with significantly faster speeds with lower requirements to support Internet of Things devices. Now let's look at how we can use 5G to move towards sustainable development goals, specifically in China. Sustainable Development Goal 3 is good health and well-being. And this can be accomplished by 5G supported telemedicine, remote surgeries, and medical consultations done by advanced robotics and video conferencing technology. This lets greater and higher quality medical services be accessible to a greater population. Goals 7 and 13 are affordable and clean energy and climate action. Now, 5G can help us with real-time monitoring of solar and wind farms, which combined with other technologies like AI and industrial robotics leads to a 35% measured gain in efficiency from these renewable energy sources. Zero hunger is sustainable goal number 2, and Internet of Things agriculture is moving China fast towards that goal. This is a robotic network of farming technologies like drones and systems that water and harvest crops, as well as sensors and physical robots, humanoid robots, robot tractors. They come together to create a functioning system all built on the 5G network to produce food, and this produces food more efficiently and at a greater scale. Goal number 9, industry innovation and infrastructure. We see 5G powering smart factories where fully autonomous production takes place, and all the technologies that put together the assembly line and create a product communicate over this network. This is a huge area for growth, and we expect 40% of the economic impact of 5G to come from this manufacturing sector. Now, two truths and a lie. A single 5G tower can support 1 million connected devices in a square kilometer. Because of greater energy efficiency, 5G runs on less energy than 4G. And under ideal conditions, 5G can download an HD feature-length film in 10 seconds. The lie is number 2. Because of greater energy efficiency, 5G runs on less energy than 4G. It is more energy efficient, but it still uses more energy than 4G. Thanks for your time, and I hope you found this presentation interesting.